So today's topic is retro Saturn. What happens when there is a retro Saturn in the chart? In Naadi astrology, Saturn is the Karaka of profession. We see profession through Saturn. And a retro Saturn means Saturn Saturn actually occupies a particular house. But when the Saturn is retro, what happens? It it will also give the result of the previous house. But after some period of time, it will give its effect. Not initially, but after a certain time, it will give its effect. What kind of effects? First of all, I want to clear one thing. If there is a retro Saturn in the chart, be sure that there will be a change in profession. The native certainly will have a change, will see a change in his profession after a certain period of time. What is that time? After how long retro Saturn starts giving its effect? After 30 years of age, after 30 years of age, there will be a change in the profession of the native. For sure, there will be a change. And I want to explain it with an example. Suppose suppose this is a chart of a Sagittarius ascendant, and Saturn is here in Scorpio in the 12th house, and the the house belongs to Scorpio. So Saturn is here, suppose, and the Saturn is retro. Now, suppose Jupiter is here, Venus is here, Ketu is here. Obviously, Rahu will be in the 10th house. And suppose Mars is in the first house. Mars is in the first house. So, if we see this chart, so Saturn is uh, directly connected to Ketu. Saturn is connected to Ketu, and in the next house, Mars is there. So, when Saturn and Ketu is connected in the chart, if and Ketu is connected, and Mars is there in the next house of Saturn, so we can say that it's not a good combination for career of the native. For the career of the native, that is not a good combination at all. Because when Saturn is connected with Ketu, if the native do anything, if the native work anything related to the profession of Ketu, then it's okay. But we know that Ketu is a big obstructor in the profession. If Saturn is connected with Ketu, that is not, I can say for sure that it is not a good combination at all. And along with, there is a Mars in the next house. So it worsen the situation for the native. In respect to the career, it certainly brings some setbacks to the native. But Saturn is retro here. So Saturn will give the effect of the previous house as well after 30 years of age of the native. So Saturn will give result of this house as well. But for that, the native had to wait for 30 years. Saturn is here. Saturn is retro, Jupiter is always connected with Saturn. Now Saturn is connected with Venus and Jupiter, so we can write like this: Jupiter plus Saturn plus Venus. Great combination for career. When Saturn is connected with Venus and Jupiter, the native himself, the profession is connected with the native. That means after 30 years of age, this native will prosper a lot in life. Up to 30 years, the career will be unsteady. The career will remain unsteady up to 30 years as Saturn is connected with Ketu and Mars for up to 30 years of age for the native. But when Saturn is retro and starts giving the result of the previous house, it gets connected, the planet gets connected with Venus and Jupiter directly, and there is an exchange between Saturn and Venus. So now we can say that this native whose chart it might be, of if there is a combination like this in somebody's chart, he'll prosper a lot after 30 years of age. So retro Saturn sometimes acts as a curse or boon. Here, this is an example where Saturn's actually a bliss, actually a blessing for the native. So I hope those who are willing to become an astrologer find this brief discussion, brief lecture on retro Saturn really useful and helpful. I'll make more video like this where I can discuss with example charts. Thank you very much. Have a great day.